YouTube, I'm Kirsty, and in case you missed Smackdown Live last night, maybe you watched Big Brother like I did, I got you. Okay, sorry about all this. I have to be at work in a little bit, so we're going to go through this quickly. We open with a backstage promo, Shane McMahon saying that Roman Reigns is just scared. That's why on Monday Night Raw he had to call in The Undertaker. And Shane is not scared. What he is angry, and nobody better mess with him tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure someone's going to mess with him tonight. Then New Day comes out in the ring. Kofi's talking about how he's going to verse Samoa Joe at Extreme Rules, and he's not scared. Samoa Joe's not going to defeat him. Enter Dolph Ziggler. It should have been me. Called Kofi a coward for jumping over the rope at Stomping Ground when Dolph was clearly on his way out. So they decide they're going to have a 2 out of 3 falls match, and if Dolph wins, then Kofi versus Samoa Joe is going to be 3-man, and Dolph Ziggler will get in on that. So that's going to be the main event of SmackDown Live. Then we go to Elias standing outside Shane O'Mac's door, and The Miz comes up. See? Told you someone's going to mess with Shane McMahon tonight. Yay. Elias says, hey, Shane's really upset. You shouldn't go in there. After calling Elias a bootleg Bob Dylan, Miz says, well, I want to have a match with him tonight. The WWE Universe is sick of him. I want it to end tonight. Then he leaves. Shane comes out. Elias is like, hey, Miz wants to fight you. And Shane's like, okay, but he has to beat you first in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Are you noticing a theme here? They should just call it 2 out of 3 falls SmackDown Live night. Okay, then we have Big E and Xavier Woods versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. X is doing really good at first against Daniel Bryan, then Rowan gets tagged in. That stops. Bryan, of course, on the ring, occasionally kicking Xavier every time Rowan gets him down. Daniel Bryan gets tagged in, does this wicked guillotine knee. Guillotine? I don't know how I'm supposed to say it. The knee. It was really pretty while Xavier was laying on the top rope. X finally tags in Big E after some belly-to-bellies. Bryan ends up putting Big E in the label lock. Xavier breaks it up. Rowan throws him out of the ring, goes to chase him. Xavier does a running drop kick to Rowan, and Big E is able to pin Daniel Bryan. Right after that, okay, so the 2/3 of the New Day won. Everyone's going crazy. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come, much like an RKO, out of nowhere. They start beating up the New Day. Heavy Machinery comes out, starts beating up KO and Sami. And then we go to commercial, come back. It's an 8-man tag match. Now, I know when you're watching SmackDown Live, you know how during the commercials that have that little wrestling in the corner so you can still watch during commercials? Hulu doesn't have it. I don't know what happened. All I know is Tucker was standing in the middle of the ring. There's no New Day. They're on the ground. There's no Otis. He's on the ground. So it's him versus Tucker versus Rowan. Rowan super kicks him. Somehow New Day gets up long enough to break up the pin, but then gets thrown out of the ring. Otis somehow pops up, takes the tag. Sami Zayn's in. And Caterpillar. I love it. KO is just, he doesn't want to watch it. He walks up the ramp. The match isn't even over. What are you doing, Kevin? So Heavy Machinery and the New Day win. Then there's a backstage promo that actually, I guess, aired last night on WWE.com. Nikki Cross was telling Alexa Bliss that she still feels bad about Alexa not getting a rematch with Bayley. So Nikki Cross is fighting Bayley on SmackDown Live. And if Nikki Cross wins, Alexa gets her rematch with Bayley at Extreme Rules. And Alexa won't be there. She'll be in Singapore. After that, we have Miz versus Elias 2 out of 3 falls with Shane McMahon on the ringside. Miz starts out great. Shane, of course, distracts him, grabs his boot, so Elias gets the first pin. Elias comes back with a lot of momentum, keeps pinning Miz. Miz gets out of the Elias's submission, double knees, DDT, gets the second fall. Then Miz gets back up, throws Shane off the ropes, skull-crushing finale to Elias, but Shane comes in and breaks up the pin, even though he's not in this match. You can't just do whatever you want just because you're the boss's son. This is what I don't understand. It says that Miz is awarded the second fall because of DQ. So that wouldn't mean he won, right? But this keeps going on. Maybe I misheard. I don't know. Shane and Elias are just beating up the Miz all around the ring. The crowd is chanting, "No more Shane." Elias pins Miz for the win, which I don't know how he won. I don't know. Maybe it's like in baseball, if you hit a foul ball, it is a strike, but you can't be struck out by a foul. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. I need to look at my wrestling book. They start to leave. They go back in the ring because Shane hasn't coasted anyone yet. So let's do that. Then we have a backstage interview with Finn Balor, and he's such a class act. I absolutely love him. He's talking about how he beat Andrade at Stomping Grounds, and Andrade was a really tough competitor, and he just wants to fight people to get better. And Kayla asks him, well, who is your next opponent going to be? And they both look at someone. Camera pulls back. You guys, I screamed, it is Shinsuke Nakamura. It's going to be Shinsuke and Finn Balor at Extreme Rules. I am so stoked for this fight. I love both of those guys. Then there is Bayley versus Nikki Cross match. It's a pretty even match. I didn't write a lot about this, guys. Sorry, I was trying to eat my leftover pizza. Bayley dives for Nikki twice. Nikki moves out of the way both times. Bayley still tries to pin Nikki, even though she's kind of lost momentum from that. Nikki reverses the pin for 3. Nikki wins. She goes over to Corey Graves, and they're both like celebrating together. It was kind of adorable. Backstage, Carmella's looking for R-Truth, finds Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I believe Smack Talk was talked. You guys, I kind of missed it because remember on Monday Night Raw when Miz was doing the, hey, walking down the hallway before commercial walk, and Abby the Witch was behind him? Well, apparently I also missed in another backstage promo, there was Mercy the Buzzard. So this time I'm like, I'm not missing another one. Ramblin' Rabbit has made an appearance. They are really teasing Bray Wyatt's in-ring return, and I'm kind of here for it. I love it. So they talk for a little bit. R-Truth pops out of a large box, and then Drake Maverick comes up. He's like, I don't have a ref. I just want you to know you ruined my wedding. You ruined my life. My mother-in-law spent thousands of dollars on that wedding. And R-Truth says, I thought it was Mella's wedding. That's adorable. Pretty sure he called Drake Hornswoggle at some point. Love him. Then he tells Drake, hey, if you find a referee, I'll let you have this championship. Drake's like, really? Finds a ref, pulls him over, and R-Truth is like, psych! I love my championship more than you love your wife! And runs away. So then we have Ember Moon versus Sonya Deville. Do you guys remember how this whole thing is going down? First, Sonya and Mandy broke Ember Moon's switch. You do not touch another woman's switch. So then the next week, she went to go talk to them. They offered her a donut. She beat them up. Which, I mean, if it was me, I don't care what you did to me. You give me a donut, we're cool. I'm always hungry. Anyway, so it's Ember Moon versus Sonya Deville with Mandy Rose at ringside, of course. Ember Moon is absolutely killing it. This was a really short match. Mandy, surprise, surprise, distracts her long enough for Sonya to push her into the pole. Sonya gets the win. Then we have an Aleister Black promo where I love Aleister Black. I really liked him and Ricochet as a tag team, even though I know by themselves they're amazing as well. But he's still doing his promos where he's like, someone fight me, please, someone fight me. I don't love that. But there's a knock at the door of the room Aleister's in. We don't see who's there. And I'm really mad about the knock because it set off my 2 dogs, which set off my toddler. It was mayhem. Then we have the last fight of the night. It is Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. 2 out of 3 falls. And this is so Dolph can be involved in a triple threat match at Extreme Rules with, not Fat Joe, Samoa Joe. Fat Joe's a rapper. I'm old. Okay, first there's some grapples. I call them somersault pins. This is my favorite thing where, like, you start to pin someone and they reverse it and you pin them and it keeps going and it's like they're somersaulting. I think it's, like, the greatest thing. It makes me so happy. Dolph finally pins Kofi, but his hands are on rope. So the ref comes over, tells him, get your hands off the rope. Kofi is able to pin him from that. So we got Kofi 1. Then Dolph Ziggler throws Kofi outside of the ring before the second fall reset, beats on him. Commercial break. After the commercial, Dolph immediately super kicks Kofi. It's 1-1 now. Okay, so next one wins. Dolph rakes Kofi's eyes, but the ref doesn't see. Now Kofi can't see. Kofi's doing a whole bunch of headbutts. Then starts, once his eyes come back, he chops Ziggler a few times. That gets his momentum back. There's kickouts left and right. He dodges a super kick. Finally, a Trouble in Paradise gets Kofi the win. Dolph Ziggler will not be a part of the triple threat at Extreme Rules, so it will just be Samoa Joe versus Kofi. Awesome. Anyway, that was SmackDown Live. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're looking for a podcast, my friend Oz Banks and I do one called Beyond Serious. It is not safe for work. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at always_KIRSTIE. And like Joel McHale used to say, I watch it so you don't have to. Bye!